Oops, sorry. Maybe not such a big smile. I mean, it's a lovely smile.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Wollacombe Seaside Radio. I'm outside. This is the Park Avenue Hall, is it?
That's right. It used to be the Old Church Institute, newly named Park Avenue Hall.
Right, and I'm with the owner, John.
Dimberline.
And when did you acquire this, John?
Around about July this year, July, August time we bought it.
For what purpose?
Well, we were looking for a home for our karate school because we did it at the leisure centre and it was a good base for us, but there were certain things there to do with noise and we needed a permanent home, and this became available, so we decided that because we love our karate, this would make a great dojo, as it's called, and that was the main reason.
Right, and how long has it been open for? How long have you been doing the karate?
Well, we've been doing the karate for quite a lot of years, but recently the hall's only opened about November time. There's still ongoing works to complete, and there are also one or two other people that we are renting the hall out to in the community. It's there for community use, and we want people to rent it, to use it, not as a business, as a low-cost means of having a great hall, modernised to a high standard for people in the community to use.
So if somebody wanted to hold a birthday party here, would that be feasible?
Yeah, we're quite happy for people to approach us and discuss that. Primarily children's parties we're looking at. We're not really leaning towards anything where there's going to be alcohol or 21st birthday parties, because there are two issues there. One is that it can cause trouble and cause problems, and we want the hall to be looked after, but kids' parties, absolutely.
Right, and we've had the official opening today.
Yep.
This is the,
Yippee!
the grand opening, culminating from all the work you've done. What have you actually had to do to it?
How long have you got? We've got some pictures on the walls there which show the beginning of the work, but to give you a very quick overview, there was a massive amount of work to do at the front of the building outside. As I look up there, I'm looking at it. Wood rot. The floors were all damaged underneath through decay, so a lot of the floors had to be lifted up and then secured. New timber, get rid of the rot. There's re-concreting at the sides and at the front. Walls to build. Lots of replastering. Where does it end? New drainage, brand new toilets, and a full makeover really.
Did you ever feel, what have I taken on?
Yeah, all the time. My son says to me, "Why do you do this, Dad?" And I said, "I ain't got a bloody clue. I really don't know." But it's a great building. Out of all the buildings that I do work on, and I have a few properties here and there, they tend to be houses and shops and things like this. So this was a completely different thing. And because it's such a unique building and because of what it can give back to the community, this has been by far one of my favourite projects to do.
Right,
really enjoyed it. But I do look at it and think, why did I do it? I'm glad I did.
And you're going to have a karate and a dance display in here as well. When do the karate people meet?
Every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock for 2 hours, and a Thursday night at 7 o'clock for 1 hour, and a Sunday morning at 10 o'clock for an hour and a half.
So if anybody wants to join, come along and say hello.
The best thing to do is to come along, have a look at it, see what they think. It's not for everybody. Some can stay, some don't. But it's a great thing for confidence, discipline. It's good for exercise. It burns 800 calories an hour, and so there's lots of different age groups can come and do it as well. Kids from 6 years old up to 666 years old.
Can you introduce me to the 660-year-old?
Yeah,
I'd like to interview her.
It'd be very impressive, that, wouldn't it? I would see what I could do, yeah. But yeah, anybody's welcome to come and have a look on any of those times or dates, yep.
That's lovely. Thank you very much.
Been a pleasure. I appreciate you coming down.
People of Somers that know this venue from home know just how much has been put into this to get it in this state it's in today. So what I would like to do is for you all to give John a nice round of applause for masterminding this effort, and I'm pretty sure we wish you all the best for the future, and it'll be a very successful venue for you. Thank you very much, and thank you for inviting us today. Thank you very much indeed.
Thanks a lot, appreciate that. Obviously, I didn't do all the work myself. I've got to mention certain people that were involved in this. There's a main contractor that we do quite a lot of work with called Gavin Lee from Patrington, and he's a good friend of mine. Worked on a lot of projects together over the years, and he's been responsible for a massive amount of this work. He's a great guy, and I would say to anybody wanting houses, buildings, extensions, roofs, lofts, anything you want doing and doing well, then ask me and I will give you his details. There were other guys working here, local painters and decorators, hair signs, Pete Hairsign and his son, Matt Clubley, the joiner from Patrington, W Electrical, there was a company from Nottingham that did the floor, many other workmen, Roy Cuthbert from Withernsea, who all put a lot of time in and effort, and they also put in a lot of bills as well, which I had to pay. But at the end of the day, without them, it would have been absolutely impossible. I just tell them what to do and shout ball a little bit, and they just do it really well. But I have to thank them, even though they might not be here today. Great set of guys. So without further ado, 2 minutes, we're going to be doing some karate stuff, and there'll be some small kids and big kids doing it, and then of course we're just going to go on to the little dancey thing, and then we should be able to conclude in the next sort of 40-50 minutes. Thank you.
More fits, sorry. And what do you do here, Linda?
I am part of my husband's karate association, and as a result, that's how we know John.
Right, and you got the group together here, did you?
It's John's karate group in actual fact, but John brought us to see the hall when he first took it over, when it was in a very sad state, and it was so dirty, we just didn't know, you know, but you could see the potential, I could see what he wanted to do, and I was so taken with the hall that I was just so excited for him.
So you thought this was going to be an ideal place to run?
Oh, definitely.
Now, it's not just children, is it? Adults can come and do this as well.
Adults can join this karate club. It's hoping to be able to hire it for any function that anyone wants it for, from a dance group, even coffee morning for somebody, or keep fit, anything. Anybody that wants to hire it, it's there. Yeah,
and it's just such a beautiful place. It's so central. I mean, we're not actually in the middle of town, we're just on the outskirts, so no difficulty getting here for an awful lot of people. If they want to come, if they want to join, how do they go about it?
They can contact John. I don't know John's telephone number offhand, but I mean, obviously John's a local man, he's a local businessman, and he will be able to help them and arrange all the hiring and whatever else he does with it.
Now, you don't just have things to do with karate, you were just telling me you were in a choir as well.
Yes, I do. I've been with Thongaball Choir with Jean Grey for the last 25 years at least.
Do you go around to all different places with the choir?
We do. We go to very many church halls. We often come to Withernsea, not to the church here, although I have been to this church before. We came to Withernsea at Christmas time at the United Reformed Church, and we travel all over Holderness really to different functions.
Oh, that's lovely. So it's been great meeting you, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Stuart Moffat.
Stuart Moffat. And what part of the proceedings are you in today?
Well, I've been a good friend of John's for a lot of years with karate and as a friend. And just here to help him out and see that everything's going.
But you're the teacher here?
I'm the chief instructor, of the whole association.
Right, and I see John's out there in front today. Why aren't you dressed up in white with you?
Well, it's my chance to get a look at him doing karate.
Does he do it with you?
He does it on the occasions, We all get together 2-3 times a year as instructors, and we have a senior session.
Oh right, because I noticed he was wearing a black belt.
Yes.
He's entitled to a black belt?
He's a second dan, yes, black belt.
Oh wow. The children all have different coloured ones. Is it yellow, the first one?
The first one's a white belt. You start out white belt,
right,
then a black tag, then red. And there's 10 Q grades altogether.
Is it good to start really young?
We start them at 5, and it's good to start them young, get them young, because you can teach them a little bit of discipline and teach them a lot of confidence. So that confidence at school hopefully will stop them being bullied. it's not the fighting, it's the confidence to walk away.
That's true, and to know how to present yourself.
Absolutely, yeah, to be confident when you're walking around and not drop your eyes and be submissive in effect, because as soon as a bully can see that, they're on you.
Although you like to get them young, it won't matter if they're a bit older if they were to come along for their
It
first lesson.
certainly doesn't matter. I started at 32 myself, so...
And you managed to go through and become a trainer.
Yeah.
With it. And when you first saw this place, you must have thought, how's it ever going to... Or could you see potential in it?
Oh, I could certainly see the potential. It was fantastic. I mean, yes, it was run down, needed a lot of work doing on it, but the potential in the building was phenomenal. It was one of those buildings you thought, yeah, this is going to go places.
And so you can see yourself, this being a long-term venture now for Withernsea. We're going to...
Absolutely, yeah. I can't see John giving this up now. Not at all.
Not you either, I should think.
No. He, as I say, he's got 100% backing on this.
You're right. Well, it's been lovely to meet you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I wish you the best of luck with this venture.
Thank you.